A reminder, swimmers and coaches, that all swimmers competing in tonight's A or B finals must positively check in at the clerk, of course. Also a reminder that the scratch deadline for tomorrow morning's event is at 6:30 this evening. Once again, that's the scratch deadline for tomorrow morning's event is at 6:30 this evening. Swimmers and coaches, we will be clearing the pool at 5:45. We have 5 minutes remaining in the warm-up.
I would say, hey, if you want a time, 29. 29.5. Give me your hand.
Extra paper. Okay. We'll just leave it. So, how does this thing work?
Just coughing.
Go yellow lactate now to see where it is.
Okay.
Right?
So, but otherwise it's all going out live.
Yeah.
So I don't want this at all.
Yeah, we were going to use that for you. I can hear you, yeah. I can hear you. Now, we had discussed with Matt that Chris wasn't going to wear his headset. He was just going to use the mic, and Matt was going to pick up the feed from his live to house mic. Yeah, I think Chris would prefer that. I will. Chris doesn't want to.
I just think if there's so much going on, like I can throw it on at times, I just probably won't wear it the whole night. Yeah, I'll probably just use the stick just because that way it's either I use the stick and the headset mic or I just use the stick. We're going to clear the pool in 2 minutes, so we're going to do an announcement then. Okay? We're just going to do a clear
Great,
the
thanks.
pool, warm up for the
33.7, going 33, 34, 35, 36. Right on the money. Just one more like that and then you're done.
Okay. Sure.
Attention swimmers and coaches, this warm-up session is now over. Please clear the competition pool at this time. Once again, warm-ups are now over. Please clear the competition pool.
Water past that line, right?
That's a freestyle relay. He picked up 4 gold medals 20 years ago. Another memory for me, Curtis Myden. Curtis Myden, another Canadian legend in the pool. He and Matt Dunn from Australia had an absolute battle back and forth in both the 200 and 400 individual medley events. Myden picking up silver in both the events, but I think it really set him up well for the Atlanta Olympics 2 years later, where he picked up bronze medals in both the 200 and the 400 IM. So a great performance for Curtis. And thirdly, Stephen Clark. Big Steve Clark picked up a gold medal. He was our only able-bodied gold medalist in the pool. Andrew Haley also winning gold in the para 100 free. But Stephen Clark was an idol again for a lot of us growing up, because he actually got up on those blocks here in Victoria in a pool that we all were able to swim in as well, and won that gold medal in the 100 freestyle, which is the blue ribbon event for a lot of people in the swimming world.
Yeah, and I mean, I was there swimming as well. I was 18 years old, and to be shoulder to shoulder with all these great names, I made 2 finals at that meet. But I was so proud to have it here in Canada, in probably one of the most beautiful cities in the world. It was such a great experience, and being 2 years before the Olympic Games, it's such a nice setup. As you were mentioning earlier, what you see here are within 2 years are going to be Olympic medals hopefully happening for some of these athletes. So a lot of history, but the selection process for the 2014 Commonwealth Games happening is a little bit complicated, a little bit interesting, and a lot exciting. And I got to sit down earlier with Ian McDonald, the manager for Swim Canada's High Performance, and here's how he explained it. Ian, in layman's terms, can you explain to us and the viewers the selection criteria, how the swimmers actually make the teams this summer for Canada?
Sure. So both teams, we have a maximum team size. So we've set up priorities that we'll work through until we get to the maximum team size for each team. So Commonwealth Games is 30 members, and the Pan Pacs is 36. So the main crux of the team will be selected from 3 main areas, which one is our World Championships medalists from last year. If they come here and finish in the top 3, they'll be selected. The next is a standard based on the top 16 from last year's World Championships, where a big chunk of the team will come. And then the final main area is for relays, which is based on the top 8s from last year's World Championship.
So for our viewers, when they're watching a race and the new national champion has won the race, automatically this person is not selected to the team, correct?
No, yeah, exactly. So we have to, just because of having a maximum size, we have to work through all the priorities and wait till all the results are in before we can decide how far down the list we'll go. So if you win your race, you might not necessarily be in that top 30 swimmers or whatever.
So in the back of the swimmers' minds, they have the time standard, they know they want to place as high as possible, and then wait until Saturday until the whole team is announced.
Yeah, a little bit different than we've done in the last few years, but yeah, it will be after the last race is done on Saturday, we'll quickly try and finish off the selection and announce the team then.
Is this selection process more difficult than in years past, or is this normal?
It's certainly a step up from where we were at last year, and that's the plan as we go through the quadrennial. Each year will get a little bit stronger, a little bit tougher standard to make the team, with culminating obviously with the team going to Rio. Those haven't quite been set yet, but that's the idea, is to, as we analyze each year, we'll toughen the standard a bit.
Right, so the benefit will be to produce better swimmers at the end of the day?
Ideally, yeah, that would be the plan.
Well, thank you, Ian. We look forward to a great week of racing and lots of members making that team.
Great, thanks.
Here are the races we'll be covering tonight. Day 1, Canadian Swimming Trials. Men's 800 meter freestyle, women's and men's 50 meter butterfly, women's and men's 200 meter freestyle, women's and men's 100 meter backstroke, women's and men's 200 meter breaststroke, and the women's 1500 meter freestyle. After this morning's preliminary races and some great swimming, the swimmers to watch in the 200 meter freestyle will be Brittany McLean of Etobicoke. She led the field. She's hot off NC2A titles. And this event is going to be very interesting because our Canadian women's relay is one of the best in the world, top 4 or 5 in the world. Half of this field has a chance to make it on our national team, and half of this field are veterans of the national record holding team, and half are pretty up and coming swimmers. So this could be anyone's race. Look for the top 4 in this. On the men's 200 freestyle side, top qualifier was Ryan Cochran of Island Swimming, a familiar name to everybody. See if he can take the title here tonight. In the 100 meter backstroke, again, one of Canada's best events, with a huge field of Sinead Russell, Brooklyn Snodgrass, and Hilary Caldwell. All 3 of these women have the potential to qualify tonight because their times are such high ranking in the world standards. On the men's side, look for Charles Francis of Montreal. He did rank 3rd going into finals, but don't let that place fool you. He's the man to beat in this race. In the women's 200 meter breaststroke, top qualifiers Kara Smith of West Kelowna, new up-and-coming star Ashley McGregor of Point Claire, and in 3rd place right now is Martha McCabe of Toronto. We all know her as a medalist from the World Championships and Olympic finalist, but she is off of an injury and struggling through the training of that. I was able to sit down with her coach, Ben Titley of the High Performance Centre of Ontario, to see how her progress was going and what they're expecting for her tonight, as everybody is cheering for her, hoping to overcome this injury.
So it's been a challenging 4 months for her. She's able to swim it here, but obviously it causes pain. So when you guys see her race tonight, she probably will be a little bit slower around the walls because of the jarring effect as she turns with the hand on the wall. And she has no power on pullouts because the reality is for 4 months she hasn't done a single breaststroke pullout, again because it goes from an extended position. So what she's already done is great. I will say that I'm super proud of what she's done. I'd say in all my years of coaching people to break world records and win world titles and Olympic head coach and everything else, she's probably the only swimmer I've coached who could have handled what she's been through and still be positive the way that she has. You know, she's still in shape. She's obviously lost a bit of muscle and stuff up her body, but she's positive and she's ready to give it a go tonight. And she's in an event which for Canada is world class. It's probably one of Canada's best events. So that's both a good thing and a bad thing. You know, it's a tough thing for Martha because she could swim well or faster than she has this morning and still very easily not make the team. But it's great for Canada because down the line when Martha's fit and healthy and, you know, and she inspires those girls who swam fast this morning, they can all push each other to, fingers crossed, international success for Canada in the years to come.
So there you have it, Chris. 4 days of great racing to look forward to. What's a highlight for you?
Well, day 1, I mean, the biggest thing for me is just the excitement in the water. When they're getting off the blocks for the first times here tonight, you're really going to get rid of some of those early pre-competition jitters. On day 1 for me, though, when you look at the event lineup, that women's 200 free is going to be an absolute battle tonight. Their women's relay has been 4th at the London Olympics. They finaled last summer in Barcelona at the World Championships. They're really one of the world players now on that 4x200 freestyle relay. And so all the women in this final, all 8 of them, all 8 lanes, will be fighting for a possible spot on the relay for Commonwealth Games and the Pan Pacific Championships later this summer.
A lot on the line tonight. And when we come back, look forward to the beginning of a great week of racing.
Hi, I'm Martha McCabe from Canada Swim Team. I love to use fresh Canadian chicken for my post-workout meal. In this video, we'll be learning how to cook surf and turf jambalaya. Let's get cooking!
This summer I would really want to make this team, going to Scotland or Australia, but coming from Quebec I really need to work on my Scottish accent or Australian accent.
I know there's the Scottish Championships going on very soon.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what a Scottish accent sounds like. Kira? Alligator. Oi, matey. Aye. What about Australian? Did you do Australian at all? That was Australian. Oh yeah, that was, sorry.
My accent, I think me and Yuri here are going to have a competition. Accent competition.
Yeah, you're going down, Roberts.
I don't know about this, but it seems like it's a pretty equal accents here.
I don't like yours, I like mine a lot more, mate.
Just unfair.
I think they're both winners. Hello, I'm from Australia, mate. Good on you, mate.
Have a cold one, mate.
It was the funniest story ever at the Commonwealth Games in 1974. A coach named Jimmy Park gave the best warm-up speech ever. And it went like this: first you've got to be feeling great. Next thing you knew, you're going to be looking great. And the last thing you want is to be swimming great. I just want to say hello to Jimmy Park in Scotland. My friend Jimmy.
Hello.
The other day I saw the movie Brave, so I'm going to try to imitate one of the quotes from that, but I need a spin that'll change me fate. Hello, mate. A wallaby ate my baby.
You want a what?
A wallaby ate my baby.
Oh, a wallaby ate your baby?
Yeah.
It's a good Scotch, mate.
Good day, mate.
I love shrimp on the barbie. I love seafood.
My dad's Scottish, but I can't do one, so I don't know.
Oh, come on! It's in your blood.
I can't do it.
This weekend, I'm gonna race the 200 breaststroke, then maybe I'll go home. I'm not sure yet.
I can't do one.
Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. That would be one.
Oh, I want some baby back ribs.
I'm gonna put a hamburger on the barbie. What you said.
And if it's not Scottish, it's crap. That would be the other one.
Oh, it's going to be some great swimming this weekend.
I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna take a selfie. I'm gonna take a selfie. Take a selfie.
I'm so excited. I gotta take a selfie.
I'm gonna take a selfie. Take a selfie. I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna take a selfie.
au pays des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you to Jenna Hilderman with our anthem this evening. At this time, we'd like to introduce our referees and starters for tonight's session. The referee for the women's events, Lynn Laprade. The referee for the men's events, Annette Gillis. And the referee for our distance events, Daryl Martin. Our starter for the women's events, Kelly Garrigan. And the starter on the men's events, Leanne Poulin.
Welcome to the 2014 Canadian Swim Trials here in Victoria, BC. We have 10 races tonight and 10 national titles on the line. The field of swimmers here tonight include Olympic medalists, World Championship medalists, and Canadian record holders. We're very excited to see who can make the team. We'll find out officially on day 4 on Saturday. If you win the race and get under the time standard, which will let you know every race whether they get under that qualification standard, better chance to make it. And here's Chris Hindmarch Watson to introduce our first race.
Let's get underway with our first event of the 2014 Canadian Swimming Trials as we introduce the men's 800 freestyle. Swimming in lane 8 from Club de Natation des Compétitions, Gabriel Pouliot. In lane 1, also from Club de Natation des Compétitions, Samuel Mate. In 7, representing the Oakville Aquatic Club, Mackenzie Hamill. In lane 2, representing the Pacific Seawolves, Edwin Zhao. Lane 6, from Club de Natation de Gatineau, Pierre-Adrien Simard. Lane 3, representing the Manta Swim Club, Wyatt Garish. In lane 5, from the Halifax Trojan Aquatic Club, Kyle Watson. And in lane 4, from the Edmonton Keanu Swim Club, Keir Maitland. Ladies and gentlemen, your championship final in the men's 800 freestyle. This event brought to you by Tourism Victoria.
Step down, swimmers. It came out, yeah. Take your marks.
On the way with our first final here at the Canadian Swimming Trials. The top entry into this 800 freestyle is Keir Maitland from Edmonton Keanu. He's swimming in lane 4, entry time of 8:03.62. The Canadian record in this event, a 7:41.86 set back in 2011 by Ryan Cochran. The top time done in the morning event, the afternoon session of this distance, was 8:27.32 by Connor Bain of the Cascade Swim Club.
And for viewers at home and new to swimming fans, the 800 meters is 16 lengths of this Olympic 50-meter size pool. It's very much a strategic race, wanting to pace yourself. And you'll notice that our Canadian record holder, Ryan Cochran, is not in this event, as it's not a qualification event for this.
Out first and leading the way in lane 4, Keir Maitland from Edmonton-Keanu. Maitland comes in with a entry time 15 seconds faster than the second place Kyle Watson in lane 5, as we keep an eye on this early stages of the 800 freestyle.
It's interesting, at many international meets, the 800 free for men is included. At the Olympics, it is not included. Commonwealth Games, it's not included. The Pan Pacific Games, I believe it is included. So it is an event many swimmers do choose to swim and enjoy swimming.
Maitland looking strong, using this event as a warm-up for his later event on Saturday in the 1500 freestyle. Our first of 4 days of competition here at the Canadian Swimming Trials, and Maitland turned in there 1:57.70, his split time at the 200-meter mark.
Maitland looking very strong and very in control. 1/4 of the way done this race. See a very nice tempo in his arms, even kick. The more it looks like swimmers aren't trying, it means they're very efficient in the water. He looks very smooth.
A reminder to all of our swimmers that you must check in with the clerk of course prior to your races tonight. A reminder, you must check in. That goes for A finalists and B finalists. And we would ask that A finalists get there well in advance of the start of the B final, as we cannot move forward to start those B finals without having all 8 finalists checked in. Maitland still in control, well out in front, but a good race behind him for second and third in this opening event. At the 300-meter turn, 2:58.03 for Keir Maitland. Second right now between 4 swimmers. Right now it's Wyatt Yarrish at 3:05.19 in lane 3.
And for Maitland to get under the 8-minute mark for this 800 freestyle will be quite the milestone. He's holding under that pace right now, so it'll be exciting for him to push himself.
So once again, that time to beat done this morning, 8:27.32. Connor Bain from Cascade. The world record in this event, set in 2009 by Lin Zhang of the People's Republic of China, time of 7:32.12. Halfway turn there for Keir Maitland, 3:58.87. Good first 400 for Keir Maitland from Edmonton-Keanu. Kyle Watson currently in second from lane 5.
Keir's entry time is 8:03.62. At this rhythm, he's looking, he could get under that 8-minute mark. A lot of swimmers look to negative split or come close to even splitting their race, which the second half of the race is close to the first half of the race. His first 400 meters under 4 minutes, so very close to that 8-minute mark.
.300 to go as Maitland comes in to turn at 500 meters at 4:59.86. And that race for second and third now down to 3 swimmers, as Kyle Watson still second, just ahead of lane 6, Pierre-Adrien Simard, and fourth, Wyatt Yarrish hanging in there at 5:12.13.
Now this national title is all Keir Maitland. He is 25 meters ahead of the rest of the field here. It's a nice place to be when you're swimming 800 meters all alone in the front. He's training for sure to know his own pace, and he's maintaining a very strong rhythm here. You also will see the breathing rhythm of swimmers are all very different. Kier has a nice bilateral breathing to both sides of his, to the right and left side every 3 strokes. A lot of swimmers train this way to prevent injury.
As Maitland comes in now, 200 to go, 6:00.82, just squeaking up above that 00 mark. But a strong swim for Kier Maitland as he looks to be on his way to picking up the national title in this 800 freestyle.
You can see now his turnover, the rate at which his arms are turning around, are spinning a little quicker when swimmers know they have under 200 meters left. He actually has 3 lengths of the 50-meter pool left. Get a little bit excited. And when he hits the wall down here, he will hear a bell that tells him he only has 1 full lap to go. And that's when they bring on the legs like crazy coming home.
Maitland now heading towards the 700-meter turn. He'll get the bell, signifying that he has 2 lengths of the pool remaining. And into the final 100 is our leader, Kier Maitland, 7:02.44. He's going to be right around his entry time of 8:03.62 for this men's 800 freestyle. Kyle Watson at 7:17.47 is in second, trying to hold off lane 6 from Gatineau, Pierre-Adrien Samard.
The race will be for the bronze medal here. Gold and silver, but battling for bronze. Very close call with 1 length to go. Kier Maitland bringing the last 20 meters here strong. See what he has left in him to get close to that 8-minute mark. And a personal best time and new national champion.
Into the finish, it will be Kier Maitland from Edmonton Keano touching the wall in 8:02.69. 8:02.69, Kier Maitland picking up the national championship title in the men's 800 freestyle. In for second in lane 5, Kyle Watson, 8:18.29. And third will be Wyatt Yerish from Manta in 8:19.13.
Exciting race to watch. Very close call for the bronze medal. Kier Maitland is our new national champion in the 800-meter freestyle.
Sandrine Mainville to the clerk of course immediately.
Off the blocks of the 16-length 800-meter freestyle was all Kier Maitland, starting to make his lead within the first 200 meters. Off the wall, you can see his very even stroke. At the end of the race, he was over 25 meters ahead of the rest of the field, earning his national title.
Good race to start the meet out. It's all warm up for the mile, but that was good.
So obviously the mile, a bit more of the focus here, but you'll race that on Saturday on the final day. Also going to see you in that 400 as well?
Yeah, I'll be there. Usually the longer the distance, the better for me, but 400 and the mile, you bet.
So the 10K might be on your radar, or is that just a little bit too far?
No, I like to keep it in the pool.
in the pool. So the mile coming up for Keir. Keir, congratulations, national champion, men's 800 freestyle. We'll get you up on that podium in a little while for the awards, and we'll get set now for the B final in the women's 50 fly.
Take your marks.
Women's 50 fly B final. The top qualifier in this, Emma Ball from the Guelph Marlins, 27.81 this morning. Following this B final, we will have the awards for the men's 800 freestyle. And as our swimmers come into the finish in this B final, the top time, a 27.60 in lane 7 for Paige Kramer, Ebony Keano. Second in lane 3, Jacomi Stridham in lane 3 from the Olympian Swim Club. And third goes to lane 5, Rebecca Tereshko at 27.75. W. Ross McDonald Swimming. Results on the board are official. We will now present the awards for the men's 800 freestyle. Presenting the awards from the District of Saanich, Councilwoman Nicola Wade. The bronze medalist, representing the Manta Swim Club, Wyatt Garish. The silver medalist, representing the Halifax Trojans, Kyle Watson. And the gold medalist, national champion in the men's 800 freestyle from the Edmonton Keano Swim Club, Keir Maitland. Congratulations, gentlemen. Our next event, the championship final in the women's 50 butterfly. This event brought to you by WestJet. In lane 8, representing the Edmonton Keano Swim Club, Devin Bebo.
Dans le couloir 1 du club natation Méga Ophias, Marie-Sophie Arrivé. Dans le couloir 7 du club de natation Mégaophias, Caroline Lapierre-Lemieux. Dans le couloir 2 du piscine parc olympique, Audrey Lacroix.
In lane 6, representing the North York Aquatic Club, Michelle Williams.
Du piscine parc olympique, dans le couloir 3, Sandrine Mainville.
In lane 5, representing the UBC Dolphins, Noemi Thomas.
Dans le couloir 4 du club aquatique Montréal, Catherine Savard.
Championship final, women's 50 butterfly. Madam referee.
Take your marks.
Underway with our championship final for the women's 50 butterfly. The top seed, Catherine Savard, is the Canadian record holder in this event at 26.05. The world record, 25.07 by Therese Alshammar of Sweden. As we're coming down into the finish of this 50 butterfly event, looking for the national title, the top time will be Sandrine Mainville. 26.43 for Sandrine Mainville in lane 3. Second to Catherine Savard at 26.56. And third, 26.63. Noemi Thomas in lane 5. 0.2 of a second between first and third. Great race there in the women's 50 butterfly.
In the 50-meter butterfly, it really comes down to timing of that wall, who can get to the wall fastest, and the timing of the arms to the wall. And tonight, it was all Sandrine Mainville coming into that wall first, becoming the national title.
Down here at the far end of the pool, where they just finished the 50 butterfly, national champion from Piscine Park Olympique, Sandrine Mainville. Congratulations, national champion, and you must be pretty happy with that time here tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy and pretty surprised. Actually, I was just gonna have fun tonight and warm up for tomorrow, so I didn't really expect that, but I'm really happy.
Well, you must be happy picking up a national title when you don't expect it. What else do we have that we're going to see you in this week?
Tomorrow I have the 100 free and Saturday the 50 free.
Busy weekend for Sandrine Mainville. Congratulations, national champion in the women's 50 butterfly. Back down to the start end of the pool as we get ready for the B final now in the men's 50 fly.
Take your marks.
International swimmers are not allowed to swim in the A final, so we'll see some international swimmers in the B final, reserved for a 9th to 16th spot from preliminaries.
Top time in the B final, a 24.79. Henrik Lindau swimming unattached in lane 4, picking up the win in the men's B final. In for second was Matthew Ackman, 25.02, a tie with Matthew Dans in lane 6.
50-meter races are always a highlight of every swim meet. It's so crucial, the start, the underwater work, the turnover and timing of the touch. Everything counts. You cannot afford to make a mistake in the 50-meter races. 50-meter butterfly final coming up for the men.
Our award ceremony for the women's 50 butterfly. Once again presenting the awards, Councilwoman from the District of Saanich, Nicola Wade. The bronze medalist from the UBC Dolphins, Noemi Thomas.
I always love when a swimmer is surprised by their own great swim. Sandrine Mainville, almost in disbelief at her gold medal win there.
The silver medalist representing Camo, Catherine Savard.
It's pretty funny. Catherine Savard is running down the pool as fast as she swam it minutes ago to get to the podium for her silver medal winning race here in the 50-meter butterfly.
And the gold medalist, national champion in the women's 50 butterfly, representing Piscine Park Olympique, Sandrine Mainville.
Meter butterfly, such a powerful event.
Congratulations, ladies. Introducing now our championship finalists for the men's 50 butterfly in lane 8, representing the LA Swim Club, Ryan Thornley. In lane 1, also from the LA Swim Club, Scott Hunter. Lane 7, representing the University of Manitoba Bison, Dylan Perron.
Couloir 2 du Club Aquatique Corédien, Eric Quentin.
In lane 6, from the St. John's Legend Swim Club, Owen Daly. Lane 3, representing the Oakville Aquatic Club, Gamal Assad. Lane 5, W. Ross McDonald Swimming, Cameron Kidd. And in lane 4, from the UBC Dolphins, Kelly Aspinall. Championship final, men's 50 fly.
Take your marks.
Underway with our championship final, men's 50 fly. The top qualifier, Kelly Aspinall, this morning, 24:23. Canadian record, a 23:52, is held by Aspinall from last year. The world record of 22:43 by Rafael Munoz from Spain. Into the final touch, the winning time is going to be Kelly Aspinall, 24:09. In for second, Cameron Kidd. And third to Gamal Assad in that men's 50 fly.
The final meters of the 50-meter butterfly, Kelly Aspinall had
Great
that
racing
race.
there in that men's 50 butterfly. And we'll ask our timers to make their way down to the far end of the pool for the start of our next event. And just while we wait to grab a word with our winner, everyone upstairs who got a meet program today, if you turn it to the Speedo ad, the Speedo page, your Speedo program, if it's signed by three-time Olympian and 1994 Commonwealth Games team member Joanne Millar, you've won a prize. So if you have an autograph from Joanne Millar on your Speedo page of your program, take it to the front ticket counter where you came in and pick up your prize courtesy of Speedo Canada. Kelly Aspinall, come on in. Kelly Aspinall, national champion here, ladies and gentlemen, in the men's 50 butterfly. Congratulations, Kelly.
Thank you. Yeah.
24.0, happy with that time. I'm sure under that 24 would have been nice, but you'll take it here on day one.
Yeah, it's just getting into the meet. The time wasn't that great. I was a little bit surprised, but hey, it's a fun event. It's nothing really on the line, so.
Is there really strategy in that 50 fly, or do you just dive in and put your head down and get to the far end of the pool as fast as you can?
Yeah, it's kind of a splash and dash. Just dive in, rip it, no breath. So. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Kelly, national champion men's 50 fly, and we'll see lots more of you throughout the week as we head back down the pool now for our next event, B final in the women's 200 free.
Take your marks.
Several national team members that did not qualify for the top 8 in this event, the A final, are racing here in the B final, try to improve on their time. Lane 6, Heather McLean. This is a 2012 Olympian and relay member of the 4x200 freestyle relay. Out first at the first 50 is Alex Aitchison, 2871 of Neptune Swim Club.
Our B finalists in the water for the women's 200 freestyle. In lane 1, swimming unattached Canada, Alexandra Boucher. Lane 2, island swimming, Danica Ludlow. Lane 3, Richmond Hill Aquatic Club, Victoria Radomski. Lane 4, University of Calgary, Lindsay Delmar. In 5, CNC Jerome, Alexandra Aitchison. In 6, UBC Dolphins, Heather McLean. 7 from Gatineau, Caitlin Hodge, and 8, Edmonton Piano, Tabitha Bauman.
These women are looking to improve on the times they posted this morning. It took a 2:01.29 to make it into the A final. It's always difficult when you're just edged out. Lindsay Delmar in lane 4 was 9th this morning, University of Calgary. Trying for a personal best time here tonight.
Into the finish here in the B final. As they come down to the wall, it looks like it's going to be on the outside, and it's Tabitha Bauman from Edmonton Piano touching first in lane 8, 2:01.64. Second, Lindsay Delmar, 2:01.92, and third, Heather McLean at 2:02.06. Results from that B final are official. We'll be presenting the awards to the men's 50 butterfly up next.
Leading up to the women's 200 free A final after the medal presentation. It's a very big event. Top 4 swimmers should be nominated for the team for the relay, as Team Canada's relay is better than top 8 in the world, which is the qualification standard.
Presenting the awards now for the men's 50 butterfly. Once again presenting the awards from the District of Saanich, Councilwoman Nicola Wade. The bronze medalist from the Oakville Aquatic Club, Gamal Assad. Silver medalist from W. Ross McDonald Swimming, Cameron Kidd. And your gold medalist, national champion in the men's 50 butterfly, from the UBC Dolphins, Kelly Aspinall. Congratulations, gentlemen. Time now to introduce our championship finalists in the women's 200 freestyle. This event brought to you by TransSign. In lane 8, representing the UBC Dolphins, Savannah King.
Dans le couloir 1 du Piscine Parc Olympique, Barbara Jardin.
In lane 7, representing the Oakville Aquatic Club, Jacqueline Kier. In lane 2, representing the West Vancouver Otters, Emily Overholt. In lane 6, from the Granite Gators swim team, Kennedy Goff. Lane 3, from the Point Claire Swim Club, Samantha Cheverton. In lane 5, also from the Point Claire Swim Club, Allison Ackman. And in lane 4, the top qualifier from the Etobicoke Swimming, Brittany McLean. Championship final women's 200 free.
Take your marks.
Should be a great final here tonight in this women's 200 freestyle. Brittany McLean, the top qualifier and the only swimmer under the 2-minute mark in the morning prelims at 1:59.14. She looked very easy this morning, posting that time. The Canadian record in this event, a 1:56.97 held by Geneviève Sommer from 2009. The world record also set back in 2009 by Italy's Federica Pellegrini at 1:52.98. Out quick in lane 2 is Emily Overholt from the West Van Otters, the youngster in the field. She's trying to make a name for herself here at the Canadian Swimming Trials. We are selecting the Commonwealth Games team, the Pan Pacific Championship team, as well as our junior tour teams. Those teams will all be announced on Saturday at the conclusion of day 4. Emily Overholt out quick in lane 2, still leading the way at 57.57. Next to her, Barbara Jardin, the CIS champion, 58.20, is currently second.
Emily Overholt going out in a fierce speed of 57.57. The time to qualify for this event individually under the FINA standard, it's 1:58.93. So it's crucial that they're going out in this fast pace to make the team.
Racing here for a possible spot on those teams, but more importantly, at the moment, a national championship title as they head for the finish here in this women's 200 freestyle. Coming down the final 50, Brittany McLean charging hard is going to finish as they head towards the finish. Final 20 meters, McLean now in front. As they come down, final 5, McLean with a great last 100. It's a 1:57.57 for Brittany McLean. Second is Sam Shevardin, 1:59.28. In third is Allison Ackman, 1:59.60. Great race there in the women's 200 freestyle.
Brittany McLean ecstatic with that time under the qualification, top 16 in the world standard. Excellent last 50, really using her experience between the Olympics and Canadian record-setting pace and champion at NC2As recently. Very strong finish, leading the way for our women's relay as well.
On deck now with our national champion, women's 200 freestyle, Brittany, 1:57.57. Are you happy with the time here on April 2nd?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best time. I've really enjoyed swimming this year, and I was excited for the meet and seeing what I could do. So move towards the summer, but I'm really happy with that.
So building on that for the summer, obviously the goal is to post that time. It'll get you selected for the team when we find out on Saturday, and then hopefully move on and do some fast performances this summer.
Yeah, you know, this meet, I'm honestly not really sure about the selection process. I just wanted to get in here and swim as fast as I could, so that's all you can really hope for. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the weekend, and I'm ready for Canada to post the best team we can.
So, I mean, you just said it right there, though. The selection process will figure itself out, right? Get your hand on the wall, post a fast time, and you don't have to worry about it at all.
Exactly. I mean, today's the first time of the meet, and I wanted to start off with something I'd be happy with and have some momentum for the rest of the weekend.
Brittany McLean, national champion with the best time in the women's 200 freestyle. Congratulations, Brittany, and best of luck for the rest of your week here at the Canadian Swimming Trials. Our next event, the B final in the men's 200 freestyle. Madam Referee.
Take your marks.
Great racing there in that women's 200 freestyle, and we'll point out there was a tie in that race for fourth spot between Barbara Jardin and Emily Overholt. We'll keep an eye on that as we get closer to the team announcement. But as Brittany said, just post a fast time and the rest takes care of itself. Men's 200 freestyle B final brought to you by The Zone and the QFM. In lane 1, Frank Despon, Toronto Swim Club. Lane 2, London Aquatic Club, Robert Wise. Lane 3, University of Calgary, David Woodman. In 4, swimming unattached, Anders Lee Nielsen. Lane 5, Island Swimming, Eric Hedlund. 6, UBC Dolphins, Justin Chan. Lane 7, UBC Dolphins, Jonathan Brown. And lane 8, Island Swimming, Keegan Zanata. Anders Lee Nielsen, one of our foreign swimmers competing here at the Canadian Swimming Trials. No foreigners may compete in the A final, so he has lane 4 here in the B final after posting a time this morning of 150.39. And with 50 to go, it's Nielsen turning there at 120.91. Anders Lee Nielsen will touch the wall to win the B final, 148.89. In for second, David Woodman, 150.80, and third, 152.06, Justin Chan in lane 6. But a good time there, 148.89 for Anders Nielsen in lane 4. Results on the board are official. As we get set for the awards presentation in the women's 200 freestyle.
Coming up for the medal presentation, women's 200 freestyle, Brittany McLean has been a rising star the past couple years. Olympic trials, making the team as a standout there, and at the Olympics, doing a best time every time she swam, basically setting Canadian records in the 400 freestyle, making the final, placing 5th. So a lot of confidence here on the blocks.
Presenting the awards for the women's 200 freestyle, a member of Swimming Canada's Circle of Excellence, Andrea Nugent. The bronze medalist from the Point Claire Swim Club, Allison Ackman. Silver medalist, also from the Point Claire Swim Club, Samantha Cheverton. And the gold medalist, national champion for the women's 200 freestyle from Etobicoke Swimming, Brittany McLean. Congratulations, ladies. Men's 200 freestyle championship finalists in lane 8 from Island Swimming, Peter Brothers. Lane 1 from Island Swimming, Jeremy Bankshaw. Lane 7 from Etobicoke Swimming, Hassan Abdel Khalid. In lane 2 from Etobicoke Swimming, Ali Abdel Khalid. In lane 6 from the UBC Dolphins, Stefan Milosevic. In lane 3 from Island Swimming, Alec Page. In 5 from the UBC Dolphins, Coleman Allen. And swimming in lane 4 from Island Swimming, Ryan Cochran. Championship final, men's 200 freestyle.
Take your marks.
Ryan Cochran, the top qualifier this morning, 149.65. He was 1/10 of a second faster than Coleman Allen in lane 5. The Canadian record in this event, a 146.40, set in 2008 by Brent Hayden. The world record held by Germany's Paul Biedermann at 142 flat. Coleman Allen out first, 25.31. Good first 50 for Allen. Bagshaw over in lane 1, currently second. In this men's 200 freestyle field, we'll keep an eye on lane 4. Ryan Cochran, who was 8th at that first turn. but we know he's got to finish. The double Olympic medalist in the 1500 freestyle from 2008 and 2012. But it's Coleman Allen well in front, 52.86. Now into second is Alec Page, and Jeremy Bagshaw third, 53.64.
Coleman Allen has a body length lead ahead of Ryan Cochran. As mentioned earlier, Ryan's going to have a very strong final leg, but I don't know if it'll be enough to catch Coleman Allen.
As they turn now with 50 meters to go, it's Coleman Allen, Alec Page, and Ryan Cochran has moved up into third spot in lane 4. And Cochran coming strong in the middle of the pool, trying to catch his teammate Alec Page and the early leader, Coleman Allen. Final 25, it's Page in 3, Cochran in 4, and Coleman Allen in lane 5. Down to the final few meters. Allen trying to hang on. Here comes Cochran. At the wall, it's going to be Ryan Cochran. Ryan Cochran wins the men's 200 free, time of 1:49.04. Second to Alec Page, 1:49.33, and Coleman Allen third, 1:49.40. Great race in the men's 200 free. Give these guys a hand.
Coleman Allen had taken out strong, but look at that final touch. Ryan Cochran, with all of his experience, no wonder he's an Olympic medalist, winning that race, body length behind with 1 length to go. Alec Page squeaking in for second. Look at all those smiles there. That was just such a great race to watch. This is what we live for in swimming. Ryan Cochran, national champion in 200 freestyle, on his way to the 1500 later this week.
Lynn jumping on deck here with the national champion tonight in the men's 200 freestyle, Ryan Cochran. Ryan, 8th at the first 50, and you come back to win the event on the final touch. Are you happy with the win here tonight?
It's a good thing I have some back-end speed. I think, swimming at home is always exciting, and just getting some fast swimming and trying to qualify for my third games, it's pretty exciting.
Third games, and I mean, this must be pretty exciting for you to race in front of your hometown crowd, your family, your friends, here in Victoria, the pool you train at every day.
Man, this is why we do it. I mean, I love to race to represent myself, but I also do it to represent my country, and so this is why we do the hard training every day, is to see some fast swimming and really do it for everyone in the crowd.
Ryan Cochran, congratulations. National champion tonight in the men's 200 freestyle, hometown boy, Ryan Cochran. Our next event, we move back into the water for the B final of the women's 100 backstroke.
Take your marks.
This is the B final, the consolation final of the women's 100-meter backstroke. These are swimmers that in preliminaries place 9th to 16th place.
B finalists in lane 1, Trent Swim Club, Cynthia Pamet. Lane 2, Etobicoke Swimming, Marin McCann. 3, unattached, Paige Miller. 4, Granite Gators, Kennedy Goss. 5, Le Riverain La Vie, Marie-Pierre Couillard. Lane 6, Saint Jerome, Sydney Pickram. Lane 7, Cascade Swim Club, Kevin Peterson. And lane 8, University of Manitoba Bison, Mackenzie Glover. Top qualifier this morning in this B final, 9th overall, was Kennedy Goss from the Granite Gators, 102.62. Goss also swimming in that 200 freestyle final just moments ago, but it's lane number 5, 102.33 for Marie-Pierre Couillard from Le Riverain La Vie. In for second for Paige Miller, 102.76, and third, Kennedy Goss, 102.83 from lane 4. Results on the board are official.
Coming up, the medals for the 200-meter freestyle. So far, the most exciting race of the night for me. Seeing Ryan Cochran a full body length behind. Doubting him that he could come back to win that race. He proved me wrong. Great to see that. Coleman Allen took it out so strong, and Alec Page brought it home for the silver. You really see the strategy in the 200 freestyle. Often the person that spends the most energy at the front of the race has a hard time bringing it home, especially when you're against the world champion medalist and Olympic medalist Ryan Cochran.
The awards presentations for the men's 200 freestyle. Once again presenting these awards, Swimming Canada Circle of Excellence member Andrea Nugent. The bronze medalist from the UBC Dolphins, Coleman Allen. Silver medalist from Island Swimming, Alec Page. And the gold medalist, national champion of the men's 200 freestyle from Island Swimming, Ryan Cochran. Congratulations, gentlemen. And just before we bring out our next event, everyone upstairs, if you have a program, turn to your tourism partners advertisement, Swimming Canada Tourism Partners. If you have an autograph from 2012 Canadian Olympian Barbara Jardin, take your program up to the ticket booth at the front entrance to claim your prize. Once again, Barbara Jardin, 2012 Olympian, has signed a program on the Swimming Canada Tourism Partners page. Take your program to the front ticket desk to claim your prize. Time now, women's 100 backstroke championship final. Swimming in lane 8 from the Newmarket Stingrays, Danielle Hanus. In 1 from the Norfolk Hammerhead Aquatic Club, Christina Stein. In lane 7 from the Oakville Aquatic Club, Annie Harrison. Lane 2 from the Oakville Aquatic Club, Dominique Bouchard.
Dans le couloir 6, de rouge et or, Université de Laval, Geneviève Quentin.
In lane 3, representing the Pacific Seawolves, Hillary Caldwell. In lane 5 from the Cascades and Club, Brooklyn Snodgrass. And in lane 4, the top qualifier out of the morning prelims from the Norfolk Hammerhead Aquatic Club, Sinead Russell. Championship final women's 100 backstroke. This event brought to you by Subway.
Take your marks.
Championship finalists, the top qualifier, Sinead Russell in lane 4 at 1:00:81. Her prelims time, the Canadian record also held by Russell, 59:68 from the 2011 World Championships in Shanghai. As they head towards the first 50 turn, Halfway through already in this 100 backstroke final, and with the lead, it is going to be lane 4, Sinead Russell, 29-24, out ahead of Brooklyn Snodgrass, and then Hillary Caldwell currently third, as Russell leads Snodgrass in this 100 back final. Coming in now to the final 20 meters, it's still Russell in the lead. Snodgrass trying to close from lane 5. And as they head into the wall, this is going to be a close finish. As they come into the final touch, the top time is 1:00 flat. 1:00.00 for Sinead Russell, winning the women's 100 backstroke. In for second was Brooklyn Snodgrass, 1:00.23, and third at 1:00.99, Hillary Caldwell from the Pacific Seawolves. Great race in the women's 100 backstroke.
Brooklyn Snodgrass in lane 5 had a great start, but it was Sinead Russell by the 50-meter turn was in the lead and right to the wall. However, all three women, first, second, and third place, Russell, Snodgrass, and Caldwell, all touching with 1 minute point times, very fast in the world. All three of them on Saturday should be nominated to both the Commonwealth and Pan Pacific Games team with those times.
On deck with our winner in the women's 100 backstroke, Sinead Russell, 1:00 flat. I'm sure you would have liked to be in about 100th faster, but at this point in the season, you'll take the win in the national championship title.
Yeah, I'll take it for now. It was a good race. What I wanted to do is I wanted to go at a pretty good speed and then just see what I could do coming back.
And could you see the girls around you? I mean, Brooklyn was right there the whole way and sort of trying to close a bit, but then you picked it up on the final 20 to pull away and seal it.
You can sort of see them in your peripheral vision, but not as much as you'd like.
Busy schedule for you this weekend, coming up at the Canadian Swimming Trials?
Yeah, I have the 50 back and 100 free tomorrow and turn it back the next day.
Busy weekend indeed for Sinead Russell, national champion in the women's 100 backstroke. Congratulations, Sinead. Thank you very much, and best of luck the rest of the weekend. The next event will be the B final men's 100 backstroke. Madam Referee.
Take your marks.
Men's 100 backstroke, the B final. This event sponsored by Richard Way. Lane 1 from Offenbach, Hans Heyer. Lane 2 from Gold, Mitch Benkick. Lane 3, China Swim Club, Tim Zhang. Lane 4, unattached, Jeremy Desvert. Lane 5, Greater Ottawa Kingfish, Adam Best. 6, Edmonton Keanu, Anders Klein. 7, Island Swimming, Peter Brothers. Lane 8, Oakville Aquatic Club, Matthew Mack. Top time in the B final, Tim Zhang, 56.71 from the China Swim Club. Second in lane 4, 57.40, Jeremy Deswerick swimming unattached. And third in the B final, Anders Klein, 57.48 from the Edmonton Keanu Swim Club.
Leading up to the medal ceremony for the women's 100-meter backstroke. Such a great race for Canada. We have such a deep field of Canadian women backstrokers here in our country. Hillary Caldwell, who's won the bronze medal, also won a bronze medal at World Championships last summer in Barcelona. Really looking forward to her future in the next coming years and the Olympics leading up to Rio. Sinead Russell, of course, our Canadian record holder and national champion here tonight, really was in control of that race from beginning to end. And Brooklyn Snodgrass of Cascade in Calgary, finishing with a silver medal. I was really impressed by her start and her underwater work. She actually had a bit of a lead on Sinead off the beginning. So when there's actually a noticeable lead off the start of a race, it's so important, and it's such an asset to have with that underwater work. So great race by those 3 Canadian women, our new national medalists for the event.
The results from that previous event are unofficial at this time. Unofficial for the B final men's 100 backstroke. The board is now official for that B final in the men's 100 backstroke. We'll now present the awards for the women's 100 backstroke. Presenting the awards for the women's 100 backstroke, please welcome the General Manager of Team Aquatic Supplies, Greg Sanderson. The bronze medalist from the Pacific Seawolves, Hillary Caldwell. The silver medalist from the Cascade Swim Club, Brooklyn Snodgrass. And the gold medalist, national champion in a 1-minute flat final time from the Norfolk Hammerheads Aquatic Club, Sinead Russell. Congratulations, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our championship final for the men's 100 backstroke. In lane 8, representing the Oakville Aquatic Club, Kyle Haas. In lane 1, from the Winskill Dolphins Club, Marcus Thormeyer. In lane 2, from the lane 7, from the Barrie Trojans, Daniel Kuyak. In lane 2, from the Toronto Swim Club, Matthew Myers. In 6, from the University of Alberta Swim Club, Joe Byram.
Dans le couloir 3 du Piscine Parc Olympique, Charles Francis.
In lane 5, from the Newmarket Stingrays, Matthew Swanston. And in lane 4, from the Cascade Swim Club, Russell Wood. Championship final men's 100 backstroke.
Take your marks.
Top qualifier in lane 4, Russell Wood, 55.13 from the Cascade Swim Club. The Canadian record in this event, 53.63, set at Parc Jean Drapeau in 2009 by Pascal Wallach. of the University of Calgary. 53.63 is that Canadian record. The world record held by Erin Pearsall, 51.94. And it's Wood out first ahead of Swanston, and Joe Byram currently third, 27.18. Russell Wood starting to pull away there in lane 4. Under the flags he goes. Russell Wood well out in front. It could race though for second and third. At the wall it will be Russell Wood, 54.71. Russell Wood picks up the win. Second to Matthew Swanston, 55.83. And third, 55.85 to Joe Byram from the University of Alberta.
Great news with that win for Russell Wood. The top 16 time in the world was 54.72 and he was 54.71, so that was under the FINA qualification time. So it looks like Russell Wood should most likely on Saturday be nominated to swim that event individually. Looking at the replay, in lane 4 in the middle of the pool, Russell Wood had a great start. His turnover so high, he was in control right from the turn, right into the wall. So great to get under that standard. Get another man on our national team here, going on some trips this summer for Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, on deck with national champion Russell Wood, 54.71. You had a target time in mind here tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, 54.72.
Under it by 1/100th of a second. You got to be pretty happy with that time and the win of the national championship tonight.
Oh, for sure. It's really good to get that out of the way on the first day. So just relax for us to meet.
What else are you going to be swimming here this week? Obviously the 200 back, probably the 50 as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Just the backstroke races, nothing else?
No.
Well, Russell Wood will let you go and celebrate with your coaches and teammates. Congratulations, 54.71, 1/100th under his target time here, and a national championship for Russell Wood. Congratulations. B final in the women's 200 breaststroke up next. Madam Referee.
Take your marks.
Great swimming so far here tonight. The next event, the women's 200 breaststroke. This event brought to you by Avantrite Farms. In lane 1 of the B final from Sherbrooke, Alexander Naseby. Lane 2, Point Claire Swim Club, Olivia Pasculin. Lane 3, University of Calgary, Tiana Riesling. In lane 4, swimming unattached, Sarika McMahon. Lane 5 from the University of Calgary, Fiona Doyle. Lane 6 from Camo, Sarah Lee Heavey. Lane 7, China Swim Club, Charlotte Philpotts. And lane 8 from Megofias, Marie-Sophie Harvey.
Lane 4, Fiona Doyle from swimming under the University of Calgary Swim Club is actually from Ireland, swims for the Irish national swim team, is a record holder for Ireland, Olympian. She had to swim in the B final here today, and I know she wants to post a personal best or as close to it for this race.
Another pair of our foreign swimmers competing here this week at the Canadian Swimming Trials. In Sarika McMahon, swimming unattached in 4, and Fiona Doyle representing the University of Calgary. They're out 1-2 at 1:11.57 and 1:11.79. Currently third, Tiana Riesling at 1:13.33.
Those are very fast splits. If this was in the final, they'd be right there with the top women. So they're making their own race here tonight in the B final, pushing themselves to best times.
Fiona Doyle into the lead, 1:49.91, just ahead of Sarika McMahon. Riesling still in third here for the B final.
I always enjoy looking at the different styles of breaststroke that the swimmers have. Every body type, every personality and strength has a different stroke that seems to suit them best.
McMahon fighting back on this final 50, trying to reel in Fiona Doyle as they head towards the finishing wall in this 200 breaststroke B final. The top time will be a 2:29.86 for Fiona Doyle. Second is Sarika McMahon at 2:30.98, and Tiana Riesling 2:32.09, touching third. Results on the board from that race are official. As we get set to present the awards for the men's 100 backstroke.
Men's A final of the 100-meter backstroke. That's Russell Wood that took control right from the beginning, timing to the wall of his finish exactly under the standard he wanted to get to make the national teams this summer at the Commonwealth Games and Pan Pacific Games. He knew he got it by 1/100th of a second. Congratulations, Russell Wood.
Presenting the awards will be the general manager from Team Aquatic Supplies, Greg Sanderson. The bronze medalist from the University of Alberta Swim Club, Joe Byram. Silver medalist from the Newmarket Stingrays, Matthew Swanston. And your gold medalist, national champion in the men's 100 backstroke from the Cascade Swim Club, Russell Wood. Congratulations, gentlemen. Our third and final autograph program contest. If you turn to the Team Aquatic Supplies ad in your program and you have a medalist from Canadian Olympic bronze medalist from 1992 and 1994 Commonwealth Games gold medalist Stephen Clark, you can take your program to the ticket desk to claim your prize. Once again, on the Team Aquatic Supplies ad, looking for an autograph from 1994 Commonwealth Games gold medalist and 92 Olympic bronze medalist Stephen Clark. Time now for the women's 200 breaststroke championship final. In lane 8 from the Cascade Swim Club, Bronwyn Pazlowski. In lane 1 from the Guelph Marlin Aquatic Club, Genevieve Robertson. In 7, University of Manitoba Bison, Kelsey Wog. Lane 2 from the UBC Dolphins, Tara Van Bylen. In lane 6 from the LA Swim Club, Rachel Nickel. Lane 3 from the Toronto Swim Club, Martha McCabe. Lane 5 from the Point Claire Swim Club, Ashley McGregor. And in lane 4 from the Liquid Lightning Swim Club, Kira Smith. Championship final, women's 200 breaststroke.
This is going to be a stacked race. Look for the top 3 finishers here. Should be nominated to both teams this summer, but it's going to be a battle here.
Kira Smith, the top qualifier at 2:26.59. That was a great swim for her this morning. 2:26.59 is under the top 16 individual times that we're looking for being considered for selection to the Championship Commonwealth Games in Pan Pacs this summer. Smith in lane 4, currently in 3rd spot. Tara Van Bylen out first at 33.07, with Martha McCabe from the Toronto Swim Club second at 33.43. Van Bylen and McCabe really the veterans in this field as they head towards the 100-meter turn. Canadian record in this event held by Anna Mae Pierce, a 2:20.12. Formerly the world record in this event. Current world record is a 2:19.11 by Ulrike Modar Pedersen from Denmark. With 100 to go, it's Van Bylen at 1:10.16, followed by McCabe at 1:10.39, and then Kira Smith 1:11.07.
Van Bylen in lane 2 looked really easy this morning, but she's bringing it on, and you can tell how excited she was behind the blocks. Martha McCabe, even with her stress fracture in her shoulder, it's amazing what she's able to pull off right now, right side by side with Van Bylen.
Great race here in the women's 200 breaststroke as Martha McCabe takes over a slight lead on Tara Van Bylen. Kira Smith charging hard in lane 4, and right next to her is Ashley McGregor in 5. But it's Van Bylen fighting back by 1/100th off that wall as they now head for home. Anyone's race in the women's 200 breast.
Kira Smith also trying to close in on Martha McCabe and Tara Van Bylen.
Kira Smith is charging hard from lane 4. It's Van Bylen in 2, McCabe in 3, Smith in 4, McGregor in 5. Great race here in the women's 200 breast. Down to the final touch. Who's it going to be? Tara Van Bylen. 2:26.66 for Tara Van Bylen, touching first, second to Kira Smith at 2:26.74, and third Martha McCabe 2:27.03. What a race in the women's 200 breaststroke. Right down to the final touch.
And those are the races we love to see. What a strategic race. Van Bylen took it out, but look at this last 50 meters. 4 women going to the wall, knowing the top 3 will only be making the teams this summer. Van Bylen in lane 2 takes it. Kira Smith comes in second, and Martha McCabe in lane 3 with a stress fracture in her shoulder, when she hasn't been able to train breaststroke. Even up to this week, she's not been able to do breaststroke or turns in workouts. So just amazing the times these women have posted, especially Martha McCabe with the 3rd place finish right now. I always find it interesting who's the most cool, calm, and collective behind the blocks before they swam, and Tara Van Bylen had the most jovial face before she swam. She was so excited to race here. Not surprised she won.
Ladies and gentlemen, national champion here tonight in the women's 200 breaststroke, Tara Van Bylen. Very happy, big smile on her face. Happy with the win and the time, more importantly, here tonight.
Yeah, well, I have to give you credit because you played my favorite song, and that's always a bonus before you swim. Not too super stoked with the time, but I was finally on the better side of the touch, which doesn't really happen often for me. So you can never be disappointed with that.
I mean, you were out first at the 50 and you held on to lead the entire race. Did you know that the girls were so close? You had Martha next to you, Kira and Ashley in lane 5. I mean, it was an exciting race right down to the final wall. Could you see them at all, or did you just have to put your head down to get to the finish?
Well, I knew that with this morning's prelims that we all were pretty close to each other, and I've trained with a lot of those girls, and they're great racers, and I knew that we would all be pretty close, so I was just kind of gauging splashes, to be honest.
Tara Van Bylen, TVB, congratulations on your win here tonight in the women's 200 breaststroke. Up next, we're moving into the B final, men's 200 breast. Madam Referee.
Take your marks.
The final in the men's 200 breaststroke. This event brought to you by Showtime. In lane 1, Point Claire Swim Club, Matthew Ackman. Lane 2, Guelph Marlins, Matthew Stevenson. Lane 3, University of Manitoba, Dylan Perron. Lane 4, from Lithuania, Igor Kozlowski. Lane 5, Edmonton Kiano, Nick Kostiuk. Lane 6, Greater Ottawa Kingfish, Eli Wall. 7, Le Riverain Levy, Jerome Boucher. And 8, Rouge or Université Laval, Jeremy Derain-Bergeron. Lane 4, 104.36, Igor Kozlowski from Lithuania with the lead. He was the top seed in this B final at 2:14.99. Matthew Ackman from Point Claire over in lane 1, trying to move up the field in this B final. After this, we will have the awards presentation for the women's 200 breaststroke. Into the finish of the B final will be Igor Kozlowski from Lithuania at 2:13.96. Matthew Ackman 2:17.03, touching second, and third goes to Eli Wall at 2:17.93. Results on the boards in that race are official.
The women's 200-meter breaststroke, what a race that was. 4 women vying for 3 top places to make the national team this summer. Kiera Smith coming in for the 2nd place spot. Tara Van Bylen leading from the beginning and coming into the wall. And as she said, she was so happy to touch on the right side of it, touching out the field. And Martha McCabe there in the middle with the white and red cap, finishing 3rd with a stress fracture in her shoulder, hardly able to move at all leading up to this. So fabulous race, 3 happy women here tonight.
Presenting the awards for the women's 200 breaststroke, the brand director of Speedo Canada, Vanessa Haywood. The bronze medalist from the Toronto Swim Club, Martha McCabe. The silver medalist from the Liquid Lightning Swim Club, Kiera Smith. And your gold medalist, national champion in the women's 200 breaststroke from the UBC Dolphins, Tara Van Bylen. Congratulations, ladies. Great swim there and great racing in the women's 200 breaststroke. Our championship final in the men's 200 breaststroke. Introducing your finalists in lane 8. From Simon Fraser Aquatics, Andrew Posnikoff. In lane 1, from the China Club, James Dergashoff. Lane 7, from the Oakville Aquatic Club, Evan White. In lane 2, University of Calgary Swim Club, Jason Block. Lane 6, from the Point Claire Swim Club, Liam Diaz. In 3, from the Oakville Aquatic Club, Matt Dara. In lane 5, from the Point Claire Swim Club, James Guest. And lane 4, Evan and Keanu Swim Club, Richard Funk. Championship final, men's 200 breaststroke.
Take your marks.
Now this race for the men, it really is for the national title here. The qualifications FINA standard for the teams this summer is 2:11.71. Richard Funk is the fastest qualifying time, but is about 3 seconds off this standard right now. So it's going to be coming down to a race of a lifetime here.
Top qualifier in this men's 200 breaststroke, Richard Funk. Evan and Keanu's 2:14.17. In the morning prelims, Canadian record in this event, a 2:08.84 set by Mike Brown back at the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. The world record, a 2:07.01 set by Akihiro Yamaguchi of Japan in 2012.
I always like to brag about what people are doing outside of swimming. Richard Funk is studying neuroscience and plans to go on to med school after that.
1:03.95, the split time for Funk. He's ahead of Andrew Posnikoff, swimming in lane 8. And third right now, James Guest. We've had a great night of racing here on day 1 of the Canadian Swimming Trials.
And this is how Richard needed to swim this race. If he has a chance to make it on the team, he has to go out like lightning, stay ahead of the crowd, and keep going. And this is what he's doing. It looks great so far. He's in control.
Pulling away there on that third 50, 1:38.26 for Richard Funk. Good race behind Funk for second and third. As they head into the final 15 meters, Funk has the lead. A great race for second and third with most of the field right together. It's going to be Funk, though, picking up the win in the men's 200 breaststroke, final time of 2:12.97. Second, Mac Dara, 2:15.40 in a tie with Evan White. A tie for Mac Dara and Evan White in 2:15.40 in the men's 200 breaststroke. Results on the board are official.
Off the blocks. Very strong Richard Funk, getting off to a good lead. Pulling away with 50 meters to go. It was all Richard Funk for this national title in the 200-meter breaststroke. Nice long stroke, very powerful arms, finishing his kick right into the wall. Pretty sure he'll be happy with that time of 2:12, just off that FINA standard. But a great swim and new national title for him while studying neuroscience at the University of Michigan. He's got a lot on his plate and great swim here tonight.
On deck with your national champion, just congratulating his other swimmers who are going to be on the podium with him. But Richard Funk picks up the win here in the men's 200 breaststroke. You're just telling me best time, got to be happy with that by taking a full second off here tonight.
Yeah, it's really encouraging. Don't swim much long course during the year, but it's good to come here and do a best time and have some fun.
So the 200 breaststroke, as we heard from the winner, Tara Van Bylen, and the women, you can't really look and see who's around you, but you were well out in front. Did you know you had that race in control?
Not really. You know, there's a lot of young kids in this field now. I was born in '92. I'm one of the oldest ones now. But, you know, you just have to swim your own race and be confident in your abilities, and paid off tonight.
Well, congratulations, Richard Funk, gold medalist and national champion here in the men's 200 breaststroke. Congratulations, Richard. We now move into our final event of the evening as we get set to introduce our championship finalists for the women's 1500 freestyle. In lane 8 from Upper Canada Swim Club, Kira Brazeau. In lane 1, Toronto Swim Club, Caitlin Gervais. Lane 7, UVic Pacific Coast Swimming, Victoria Mock. Lane 2, Halifax Trojan Aquatic Club, Megan Bernier. Lane 6, Oakville Aquatic Club, Tessa Siblucha. In lane 3, Thunder Bay Thunderbolts, Caitlin Hay. In 5, Etobicoke Swimming, Olivia Anderson. And in lane 4, Edmonton Swim Club, Sophia Sarakian. The women's 1500 freestyle brought to you by Team Aquatic Supplies. Madam referee.
Take your marks.
Early stages of this women's 1500 freestyle. In lane 8 is the leader, Kira Brazeau from Upper Canada Swim Club. Comes in with an entry time of 17:32.34.
And this is what we love to see, Chris. These races coming down to the wire, 3 spots, 4 to 5 swimmers vying for them in world-class time. That's what we love to see. The women's 100-meter backstroke, the women's 200-meter breaststroke. The men's 200 freestyle was a great race with that comeback last 50 of Ryan Cochran. And there's going to be a lot more, like you said, of those races to come.
Yeah, I know it's been a really good opening day. I'm pretty excited with what we've seen. I mean, that race with Cochran going from 8th to 1st over the 200 free, it really shows that he built some speed. And I mean, you know, we talked about it earlier today when we were off camera about the legacy of this facility. And you think back 20 years ago, Kieran Perkins won the 200, the 400, the 1500 free at the Commonwealth Games. And you know, Ryan's looking to do that possibly here at the Canadian Swimming Trials. So it's pretty cool how that sort of ties together 20 years later.
Totally. It shows his versatility, too, with his training. You know, and just to have that confidence that knowing he's a distance swimmer predominantly, he can come back, you know, full body length off a very, very fast swimmer and catch up. And, you know, it's probably fun for him to swim at 200 freestyle, you know, instead of always 400 and 800 and 1500s.
Yeah, and it does, as you say, it shows he has some speed, and that's in today's distance swimming, you need to have the speed if you want to compete at the world level, and he's really shown that he can do that, and he can go with the big boys or the big guns on a number of distances, which is great to see. And it really is well and proves well for his 400, which is going to be exciting to see not only here this week but also this summer.
Well, in racing the big guys like Soon Young, I mean, you need to be able to come back basically sprinting world-class speed, so that's great confidence builder for Ryan.
1500 free as they approach the 400-meter mark. In the middle of the pool, lanes 4 and 5, it's Sophia Sarakian and for Olivia Anderson in lane 5 as they turn 1-2, with Kira Brazeau in lane 8, currently 3rd. The top time done this morning or this afternoon at 17:27.54 for Lauren Lalumiere from the Oakville Aquatic Club. 17:27.54 is the time to beat.
So when you were a swimmer, Chris, did you enjoy long distance swims like this 1500 meters?
I guess I would say I was a distance swimmer. I obviously never got to a level such as yourself, being the 3-time Olympian that you are, but I enjoyed the distance. I did some open water swims when I stopped doing pool swimming, and it was a lot of fun. You know, you've got to sort of be able to think on your own for quite a long time and stay focused on the race, and I enjoyed it. I also just like, again, thinking back 20 years, the legacy that Kieran Perkins brought to this facility by breaking those world records, and the plaque that stands behind the lane 4 on the wall commemorating those. And there's also some other plaques around the building. Brian Johns broke a world record in 2003 at the CIS Championships in the 400 IM short course, and we had 6 world records here at the Pan Pacific Championships in 2006.
It's a fast pool, isn't it? So our swimmers have good water to swim in, and I just always love the history of the 1500, how it really became the highlight of the Olympics on the final day to watch the 1500. And I remember watching Kieran Perkins swim, and it was like a love story, watching him win and go into the stands with his wife and give her a kiss, and it was just melted everybody's hearts. And 1500 meters seem to go by in a flash when they're on world record pace the whole time. So it's always been I mean, I personally didn't love to do the 1500 myself, but I think swimmers are really born distance swimmers, that mentality that, you know, their bodies are able to maintain that pace. And I coach presently in the Summerland Orca Swim Club, and I have a couple distance swimmers that just love to train distance.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's sort of you love it or you hate it. You're either a sprinter or a distance at that early age, but there's no reason that anyone can't get in and do that 1500 at any time. And, you know, it's a challenge. It's a lot of fun. And, you know, as we head towards this next turn, Sarah Keehan still leading over Anderson at 6:43.40, but they've got 0.2 of a second between them at this point, so a good close race so far in this women's 1500 free.
It's nice to have someone racing you shoulder to shoulder, pushing each other.
I mean, Joe, you were talking about, you know, how the excitement of that 1500 back in the day when those guys were going head to head, and that's really come on in the last few years on the international scene, and partly because of Ryan Cochran. And Ryan is one of the guys that is always talked about in the 1500, and he's up there when you talk about the greats like Hackett, Perkins, it's Hackett, Perkins, Cochran, Sun Young. Those are the guys that are being talked about in the same sentences. So it's really great to see, and it's a testament to Ryan's dedication and commitment over the last number of years.
Well, now at the National Training Center here, with training with Alec Page and Will Brothers and Eric Hedlund, I mean, we really are creating a legacy of the future too. Ryan Cochran saying this is his last Olympic cycle, but it's going to continue the legacy with his teammates here.
Good race in this women's 1500 free as they head in and turn 750.88 for Sophia Sarakian. Olivia Anderson, 751.23 is currently second, and it's still Kira Brazeau at 757.70 in lane 8, currently in third spot. Once again, that time done this morning, 17:27.54 was the fastest time done in the afternoon prelims.
Nice smooth strokes on these swimmers. You can see the efficiency in the 800 and 1500 meter freestyle. You don't want to be having strokes that are a lot of bobbing or a lot of splashing. You can see how nice and smooth they are. They're like arrows through the water, and that allows for their speed to be maintained for these great distances.
And it's funny, Joe, because I was just looking down at our heat sheets in front of us, and we keep talking about, and we're going to continue talking about the legacy of this facility from 1994 when it was built for the games. But, the two leaders here were not born until 1998 and 1999. So they don't know the history that this facility was built for that great event 20 years ago. And, they're hopefully going to be some of the future of Canadian swimming as they go through the paces here in this women's 1500 free. And the winner here is going to win the national championship in this event today.
Absolutely, and that's a big title to hold. I think this facility, looking around, it still is such an impressive building 20 years later. Still a well-respected and loved pool to race in. A lot of international swimmers coming all the way up here to Canada and Victoria to race at this meet. So it's something we're very proud to have in Canada here.
Still right together with those two lead swimmers, Sarakian and Anderson, are head-to-head as they have almost been in the water now for 10 minutes. Anderson came in with an entry time of 17:06.02, and Sarakian from Edmonton Keano at 16:52.24.
They almost look like synchronized swimmers there, like they've been training partners their whole lives.
Split times here as they approach the turn. A 10:06.94, Sophia Sarakian from Edmonton Keano just ahead of Etobicoke's Olivia Anderson at 10:07.25. A good race for third spot right now as well between Kira Brazeau in lane 8 and lane 6 at 10:17.61, Tessa Siablucha from the Oakville Aquatic Club.
I always like to look at the kick of the swimmer's crest. Back in the old days, some swimmers would have a 2-beat kick, and some swimmers can still get away with it. But, I mean, nowadays, it's so important to have a strong kick as well as a good turnover on your arms. What are your feelings on that?
It's definitely something that we've seen on the international stage quite a bit, is that there are swimmers now that will do the 1500 freestyle or the 800 freestyle with a 6-beat kick the entire way. And it's something else when you see it, because it controls their arm tempo and it controls sort of their pace for the whole race. And you can see right here in lane 4, Sophia Sarakian really picking up her kick on that last wall, and it's starting to pull ahead of Anderson.
She's making a move, and like you're saying, being leg driven, as soon as you see her kick pick up, she goes. It's like a little turbojet there.
Big move here by Sophia Sarakian from Edmonton Keano. She's really pulling away from Anderson. They were right together for that first 1,000 meters of the race, but she's just picked it up. Probably part of her strategy coming in, coached by Derek Schoof in Edmonton. Olivia Anderson, coached by Kevin Thorburn out in Etobicoke.
Sophia Sarakian pulling away and bringing in a kick on this final 500. Olivia Anderson still in second as these two swimmers battle for the top of the podium in this women's 1500 freestyle. Third now is lane 6 moving up. Tessa Siablucha from the Oakville Aquatic Club just ahead of Kira Brazeau in lane 8. Again, that time to beat 17:27.54.
Joe, just like we saw earlier tonight with the 800 free for men, some of those swimmers using that to get ready for their event later on Saturday. Kieran Maitland, the winner of that men's 800 free, did say that he was using this really to get sort of his feet in the wet, get into the meet, and get ready for his 1500 on Saturday.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a reversal for women, starting with the 1500. Some will decide, you know what, that's such a long event, I don't know if it'll take too much out of me. Where the men starting with the 800, leading up to the 1500, it is a good warm-up. So coaches and swimmers really have to have a good talk whether this strategically is the right move for them when there's national team spots on the line.
Well, it'll be interesting going forward because there's been a lot of talk that, you know, why do they swim different events at the Olympics? Why do the women swim 800 and the men swim 1500? And it really goes back to when those events were added that, you know, there was a mentality and a thought process that the women couldn't do the 1500, and they've proven time and time again that they can. And I think it's only a matter of time that we're going to see either the 1500 and the 800 added for the reverse, or you're going to see the women come up and swim the 1500 free only at the Olympic Games.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And I think the problem with the Olympics is now they have so many events, they can't add anymore. They'd have to take something out, so they're kind of stuck. So, you know, they'd either, like you're saying, would have to take the women out of the 800 and put them up to the 1500. The hard part is a lot of us, including myself, I love to swim the 800, and the 1500 is a totally different game. So, yeah, there's going to be some good debate coming up with that one.
Well, I mean, you know, the World Championships, for instance, every 2 years, they do swim all the events. They swim the stroke 50s, they swim the 800 for men and women, and the 1500 for men and women. And, you know, it's a big program. It's a big schedule to get through, but I think that there's a lot of push to see what they can do at the Olympics, but there's a lot of purists that wanted to see it maintained in the current form that it is. It's been around for a long time as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, now we know that women can do whatever men are doing in the pool, but I just always think, too, at the Olympics, to go from a 400 all the way up to 1500 for Ryan Cochran, it's unfortunate there's not something in the middle there for him as well for a third medal.
At the bell lap, final 100 meters for our leader, Sophia Sarakian, turning there 15:41.96. Olivia Anderson having a strong swim here at 15:51.27. And third is still lane 6, Tessa Siablucha from the Oakville Aquatic Club.
That bell sound is just something that's, you know, music to the ears of a distance swimmer. Last 2 lengths, and if you're like me and weren't able to really count the whole way or keep track of your count the whole way, it was a great sound to be able to hear.
The bells of angels, isn't it? But it's amazing the adrenaline rush you get as a swimmer and that final lap. And now in World Swimming, it's the final sprint of 100 meters.
Sophia Sarakian from the Ebony Keano Swim Club heading in for the finish and the win in this women's 1500 freestyle. She touches the wall there in a final time, 16:48.89. The top time for Sophia Sarakian winning the women's 1500 free. Also under the 17-minute mark, Olivia Anderson, 16:57.87 from Etobicoke Swimming. Touching the wall, third at 17:08.59, Tessa Siablucha from Oakville. And that will be the top 3 for the women's 1500 freestyle.
And obviously, unfortunately, Cap was lost there. As you can see coming into the wall, lane 3. That is not going to be a happy swimmer. That must be one of the most frustrating things. You don't see that too often, actually. Lengths of this Olympic-sized pool for the 1500-meter freestyle. There is the start. Love the kick on these women. Sofia Sarokian and Olivia Anderson neck and neck for over halfway. Beautiful long strokes on these women, very efficient. But when it's time to make her move, Sofia just kicks, puts her little motor on, and off she goes.
First time senior national champion here tonight in the women's 1500 freestyle. Sofia Sarukian, congratulations. Great race there. Olivia Anderson right next to you for a lot of the race, and then you just took off. Part of your strategy?
No, not really. Like, I knew she was going to be like a big competitor, so I just tried to stay with her. And like my plan was to descend the 3 5s, and I guess I did that. I don't know.
Any motivation from earlier in the night when your teammate Keir Maitland wins the men's 800? You can come in here tonight and finish off the evening with a win in the women's 1500.
Yeah, well, we had like 3 people that were going in first, so we all came out first. So I guess that's good. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Congratulations, first-time national champion Sofia Sarukian. Congratulations on your win here tonight in the women's 1500 freestyle. We'll ask our top 3 in that event to make their way right away down to the awards podium area as we get set for a couple awards presentations here tonight. And we'll start off with our awards presentation for the men's 200 breaststroke.
Men's 200 breaststroke. It was all Richard Funk. He was so happy with how he swam that, went out fast, needed to pull ahead, needed to be miles ahead of the rest of the pack to get close to the qualification standard. He ended up touching the wall with a personal best time. He was very happy with that. Really good technique. There's his turns, in and out very quickly.
We'll present the awards for the men's 200 breaststroke. Vanessa Haywood, the brand director of Speedo Canada, will present the awards. A tie for the silver medal from the Oakville Aquatic Club, Mac Dara, and his teammate from the Oakville Aquatic Club, Evan White. And your gold medalist, national champion of the men's 200 breaststroke from the Edmonton Piano Swim Club, Richard Funk. Congratulations, gentlemen. We'll also present the awards right now for the women's 1500 freestyle. And we'll once again ask a brand manager from Speedo Canada, Vanessa Haywood, to present the awards. the bronze medalist. Representing the Oakville Aquatic Club, Tessa Ciablucha. Silver medalist from the Etobicoke Swimming, Olivia Anderson. And the gold medalist, national champion in the women's 1500 freestyle from the Edmonton Keanu Swim Club, Sofia Sarukian. Congratulations, ladies. At this time, we'll ask all of our officials and timers to leave the pool deck area, and we thank them for their assistance with tonight's session here on day one of the 2014 Canadian Swimming Trials. A great night of action here at Saanich Commonwealth Place. On day one of the Canadian Swimming Trials, we look forward to 3 more days of competition. 3 more days of competition here at the Canadian Swimming Trials, and we look forward to having you all back here tomorrow for day 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great night of swimming, Joe. Amazing night here on day one. It's been a lot of fun. We're looking forward to 3 more days here of competition at the Canadian Swimming Trials, but tonight was a great start.
It was, especially the women's side. I feel like every spot we needed to fill was filled by the women. Their placings internationally with their races today was amazing. I mean, starting with the women's 200 freestyle, and Brittany McLean, Samantha Cheverton, Allison Ackman, Emily Overhout, and Barbara Jardin. I mean, that team is filled, so we can look internationally to be right in the top of the world again.
And we talked about it earlier, the 4x2 relay for women has been coming on strong lately, and it was a battle to the wire, but Brittany McLean, great time for her tonight to win that event. And as we move through, like that men's 200 free, which was the next event, Ryan Cochran really showed that he has that speed and endurance and a good mixture for the world scene, as he was 8th place at the first turn and came back to win.
We're going to remember that story the whole time. Unfortunately, the men's field is not nearly as stacked internationally with the times, but that race is classic. And for him to be able to come back and have that confidence leading up to the Commonwealth Games and onward is great.
Absolutely, and we're going to see lots more of Ryan here throughout the week. The 400 free, obviously the 1500 on the last day as well. The other event that stands out for me really was the women's 200 breaststroke. The 200 breaststroke tonight for the women was a fantastic race, right down to the wire. 4 girls going for 3 potential spots, and a really gutsy swim by the bronze medalist, Martha McCabe.
Well, there was a huge question mark with Martha coming into this meet and talking with her coach, Ben Titley. She hadn't done breaststroke at all leading up to this. And as a coach, I know how nervous my swimmers would be, you know, not having to kick for months on end leading up to the national championship. So truthfully, I don't know how she pulled that off. That just is a true testament to her mental strength, coming third. And Kiera Smith from West Kelowna getting in there for the silver medal, really tough swim. And Tara Van Bylen, I mean, who doesn't love Tara Van Bylen, that energy? No wonder she's #1 here tonight.
Well, Tara's great to interview after all of her races because she's really excited, really fun, and really shows it as well. And she's having fun out there, which is important to remember as well, right? That this is a stressful time for a lot of these athletes, but they are having fun and they're enjoying their time here because a lot of their friends are in town as well. But it was really exciting to see those 3. And Kiera Smith, a big breakthrough swim for her. Her morning swim, 2:26 to be the top qualifier. Fantastic for her to get that 2nd place.
And she's made a lot of junior teams, but that's a huge breakthrough, especially in the morning, to take that initiative to go in first in the finals and then hold your own. So I agree that breaststroke was phenomenal, and on the world stage this summer, our Canadians are going to be right there.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic next 3 days here at the Canadian Swimming Trials. Please join us again tomorrow for day 2, live from Saanich Commonwealth Place.